Hello, we are back for our Classroom Connection video series. We're going to carry on a concept we started last year. This is a matchup series. It's kind of like a debate style game show setting. So we have two teams of 7th graders, and they're going to basically kind of battle each other in terms of wits. As we reflect, we'll award the card and the points for each question, and we're going to see if we come up with a winner for today. Here's our teams for episode 1 of season 6 of our YouTube series. Our teams are Ayla and Ava, and Ethan and Finus. So let's get it started. All right, first question is all about school, back to school. The question is, are you feeling excited and ready for this school year, or are you feeling more like hesitant and unsure as we start up? And also, we want to know why. Are you feeling excited and ready, or hesitant and unsure? And we want to know why. Now, we did a coin flip before the camera started rolling. And our coin flip went to, our winners are Ayla and Ava. They get to start today. So you're first up. You can choose to answer first, or you can choose to pass it to Ethan and Finus.
Answer.
You're going to answer first? All right,
Yeah.
So which one? Excited and ready, or hesitant and unsure?
I think I'm excited. Yeah. You know what's funny? We were actually talking about this while coming into the classroom, on how our schoolwork is pretty easy so far. And, well, we know it's going to get harder, but
it's like fun. And
Yeah.
they have like really nice teachers.
yeah, and also understanding teachers. And, yeah.
We have like all classes together.
Cool. So you're feeling fairly excited, fairly ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you could disagree on this. It's okay. It's okay to say I'm split,
And then
from your partner.
I also think that I lost my train of thought.
That's okay. We can come. You'll have plenty of chances to talk. All right, Finus and Ethan, a chance to steal the card. Are you feeling ready, excited, or are you unsure, kind of hesitant?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm nervous and excited. I'm nervous because we just started getting homework yesterday, and it was pretty hard. Like, we had to write a paragraph, and then we had to like main ideas for ELA, and that was pretty hard. But the teachers are super nice. But I am a little nervous because we do have some tests coming up. We have an exit slip with a grade tomorrow, and we also have like iReady testing next week.
We do?
Yeah, and I feel like that's really early. So I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also really excited.
Yeah. I'd say I'm excited, like Ethan, and nervous too, because I have really good teachers. It's just like we're starting to get more schoolwork, and I have tackle football and PA for most of my classes. So I have to try to fit in homework and football, and it's just a little overwhelming. But then on the other hand, I am excited because I get to meet my teachers and make new friends for 7th grade.
Sure, makes sense. Well said, both of you. Now, because the boys brought up iReady, they brought up the balance of extracurriculars, I'm going to award the card and the point over here to Ethan and Finus. But that's tough to start, because once you begin the question, you can be like, oh, I should have had another thought or another thing to say there. But that's okay. That's how the game works. Was I right or wrong? Do you think Ayla and Ava did a better job of answering? We're going to find out. All right, next question up, and the guys are up first. So Ethan and Finus, this is your question to start, and then we'll hear from the ladies. Next topic is friends. All right, so friendships. Here's the question. How do 7th graders do in general with friendships and social health? Meaning, are 7th graders good about keeping friendships and being positive in interactions, or is there too much drama that occurs at this age with friendships?
I think I'll go first.
Go ahead, Finus.
Okay, well, I have a friend named TJ. He was just going into 6th grade, as I'm going into 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty excited because I got to walk with him to school. I walked with him this morning too, and we get to walk home with each other. and it helps us like stick together because after school I'm mostly in activities, so it helps us keep our friendships. But like for other 7th graders, I feel like mostly, we were talking about this in health class, they're like working with their downtime, and like playing video games and stuff instead of interacting. But then it's also okay sometimes to do that, because I know some people who like they talk to their friends while they're gaming.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah. Ethan.
I really think it depends on which friends you surround yourself by, because on 7th grade, a lot of people's personalities are changing. So people's personalities in 6th grade might not be the same as theirs in people's personalities in 7th grade might not be the same as their personalities in 6th grade. And I've seen a couple of people who have just over the summer just completely forgot everything about school and just slacked off during classes and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so like I had a couple friends like back since like 1st or 2nd grade, but now it's like we went into middle school and they had this whole new friend group and stuff, and I just like wasn't comfortable with like the other people in the friend group, and I didn't like agree with what they thought about like stuff to do.
Makes sense. All right, great answers. Good points over here. All right, Ava, Ayla, what do you think? Friendships, are 7th graders good about keeping them positive, or is there a lot of drama that starts at this age?
With girls, I feel like it kind of starts up some drama, but with my friends, I've been pretty good at keeping like away from like all the drama, because drama could get you in some trouble too. And Ava's my friend, and I feel like once we form a friendship, you don't really, even if you get in a fight, you get over it because you still like that friend a lot. And also, I have some friends from like elementary school and 6th grade that just kind of drifted away because we don't really have any classes together. We didn't really meet over the summer. So it just kind of drifted away, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ava, go ahead.
So you have to like in middle school, you have to like choose the friends you want. You have to be very mature about like the friends like you want, and if you like really like that friend, like me and Ayla, we've been friends for a while, and we have like no classes together like last year, and I really wanted her to be my friend, so like I kept on checking in with her, like we kept on talking, and yeah, you just have to be very mature. But I think drama does kind of start in like 7th grade, but you just have to be like mature about it. Like if you want them to be your friend, just say like, we have different opinions, like it's okay.
So it sounds like both of you are kind of split. Both teams are split. In some ways it's positive, and in other ways there can be some drama. Yeah? And that's okay. You can always take a stance that's split. It's an either or question, but it's okay to say it's a little of both. All right, so here's what I think. Ayla and Ava get this card and the point. I love their now you guys made excellent points too, obviously, but I like what they said about working through disagreements, right? You can come back, and even if you have an argument, it could be small, it could be even major, you can still be a friend with somebody. Do you have to actually agree with everything a friend says in order to be a good friend?
No.
Something to consider.
Necessarily.
All right, next question up. We're back to the ladies. They're starting this round. New question, new round is all about health class. And the question is, did we start off this school year in the classroom with enough social interactions? Did we do enough small group work, or could we have done more small group stuff, informal conversations, turning and talking? So how welcoming and how comfortable did the room feel in this room right here in health class? Did we do enough socializing, or should there have been more? Go ahead, ladies.
I think I wasn't here the first 2 days, but the Monday that I did start, I thought it was good. Everyone seemed like they were starting to get to know each other. Everyone was kind of still quiet, like they just kind of met up with their friends that they already knew. But I feel like some people were like getting to know the people around them and what their names were. And I feel like every class towards the end, you give us some like social time and talk through us on like what it could be like playing a game or talking with our friends. Even you give us some nap time, even though 5-10 minutes isn't going to really give us nap time.
So we work on some essential brain activities.
Yeah.
All right, that helped right away. Okay, Ava, what else do you have to add?
Yeah, I agree with Ayla. I think last year we started just like getting into normal, so it was a little harder. But I think this class is like great, and I think like we've been working on like so I think everything's going like back to normal. I feel like so. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to bring up, that's interesting because we haven't even mentioned it yet, but we're working our way through the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
We don't have any of those protocols in place with distancing or mask criteria, so have you felt warm, welcoming, comfortable?
Yeah, I have. It's like different from last year because we had to wear like masks and stuff and like kind of like 6 feet apart. But I think this year we're getting back to normal and we're being more social and having more fun.
Sure.
I also think when I come in your classroom, you always like try to crack a joke and it like brings up the energy in the room.
Interesting points. All right, guys, this is going to be a tough one to steal. What about our first few days, first few weeks of health class?
So, for me, I remember like when we went into the classroom, like we got to pick like seats. You let us pick the seats we wanted, which helped us like stay with our friends and like meet up with some people. And then like you kind of encouraged us like we could change the seats if we wanted to and meet more people with that. I think that was pretty helpful. Like we got to like find new people, like ask them about like what they did over the summer.
Yeah, sure. And the seats changed, didn't we change a little bit? You know, some people kind of took different places around the room. We've got some high top tables we can sit at. We even have a couch in the room. Did that help? Ethan, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it definitely helped, but I think the main time we got social interaction with each other was with like group activities, like the ship one with the captain and co-captain. I thought that was really fun and funny, cause the co-captain's job was to be mean to everyone, and I was a co-captain, so I just got to be mean to everyone.
It was just really funny,
and it was really fun.
So just some of our class activities have helped.
Yeah.
Okay, any final points?
Well, I liked when we were leaving the class. I told you like I like when you like timed the bell. That was like fun.
So just
you're,
little
like,
tricks
talking right up until the bell rings.
Okay, sure. Well, guys, we're split. I like both answers. You both get a point on that one in terms of health class. We're going to split that. Now, look, we're tied 1.5 to 1.5. We dropped it. It's
Dropped our point.
It's so important. Okay, so we get final question. This is it. It's a bonus question. And our bonus questions, every time we do these videos, are going to just kind of be, I wouldn't call them silly, but they're going to be just out there. They're not necessarily about school or a certain topic of the week. I don't know if you've noticed, we've been focusing a little bit in this video on socializing. Maybe you've kind of seen those questions, you know, as we're returning to school. How do your friendships look in 7th grade? And then also, how are we doing in small group work and socializing in the health classroom? So our bonus question is more about you individually. What do you prefer? Do you like salty or sweet snack foods? So if you're going to snack, or even like with a meal, do you like snacks that are salty, more salty, or do you like sweets type of snacks for food? Okay. Who's first this round? Do you remember? It is. So Finus and Ethan, salty or sweet?
I think.
Or a little of both.
I think I'm definitely more sweet because I feel like I can't really like when I taste salt, I just really don't like it, and like it just feels weird. And then, but for sweet, like I don't know, it just feels right.
It just feels right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Finus.
Well, we have like a salt shaker at home. Like, I mean, like I wouldn't like.
I think I know.
We don't have a lot of salt in it, so like I don't really have salty snacks. Like if I was to pick anything, I would pick like an apple. I wouldn't just have like salty chips or something.
So no chips, pretzels, crackers. Would you go for candy and sweet stuff instead?
Yeah,
Ice cream, dessert?
Yeah, I went on a cruise.
What?
I went on a cruise before school started,
Oh.
and they had like we got to eat dinner, and we got to choose like any of the sweets we wanted for like no extra charge. Not like candy, but like desserts. So I had like creme brulee, just regular ice cream, tres leches, and other like sweets like that. And then if I go to the like store or like gas station,
Mhm.
I always ask my parents to like get something sweet, like because
Okay.
they think I like Takis, but I'm like, no, like my sister likes that. I like sweet stuff.
All right. And sweets could be the dessert stuff you were just mentioning. It sounds like the guys are saying sweet snacks instead of the salty snacks. All right, ladies, your chance to steal.
You go first this time.
Salty or sweet snack foods?
Sweet. I like salty, but I just don't think like I rather go with like sweet. I don't know. I just really like sweet. I don't really eat like salty food snacks that often. I usually like my whole pantry is kind of just like sweets, so I'd go with sweets.
Thinking just when you said creme brulee.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was younger, I used to eat all like the crispy caramely top, and then I would just give my dad the
other stuff.
yeah, whatever the other stuff is made out of.
Custard or whatever it is.
Yeah, custard probably. But anyways, it kind of depends on what I'm feeling, but usually I would go sweet because if it was candy or chocolate, I think I would go chocolate, but that's not the question. They're both sweet, so I would probably choose sweet because also whenever we go past like a McDonald's or a gas station, I would always slushies are like my favorite thing.
Oh.
I love slushies.
Slushies.
I do have something to add.
Go for it.
Like whenever I'm baking, I like to make banana bread. Not really cake, but like banana bread, or I made banana pudding.
Mm-hmm.
And like in some of the recipes it said like a pinch of salt, and I'm like, why do I need to add salt? I can't even taste it.
I'm gonna say something controversial, but I do think that sweet foods, as a general, are more healthy than salty foods, because sweet foods do include like fruits, like
Yeah.
watermelon, apple, pineapple.
Natural sugars.
Yeah, natural sugars.
Wow.
While most salty foods, they really don't have much health.
I don't know. What do you think? That's a pretty solid end statement. Now, Ayla did try and get this all together. I feel like I should give some credit over here because Ayla's been like, let's start up our Classroom Connection video series. So I want to give credit to Ayla. But that last bonus question over here by Ethan especially, they bring up good points. Fruit could be sweet. I do love candy though. So I'm going to award our winners of the week to Finus and Ethan. Was that the right choice? Or do you think Ayla and Ava actually deserve more of the credit? Well, let's hear it. You can let us know, of course. But anyway, that's going to wrap up our first episode of Season 6 of this matchup series. In fact, there's the bell, so we got to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
See you again.
Bye.